Massive opportunity for early entry. What's up investors and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Two Hands Corporation. This stock is listed on the OTC with the ticker TWOH and is in the process of attaining its dual listing on the Canadian Securities Exchange. So today we'll be looking at who exactly are Two Hands Corporation. We will look at their investors presentation, look at their projections on the total addressable market. Management teams are vital for this type of microcap stock. So I will look at the management team here. And finally I'll look at the most recent financials and give you my conclusion on Two Hands Corporation. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to do this research, so if you find any value in this video, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps me out so much. I'm aiming to get 150 likes on this video, help me make it happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. It's 100% free and a great way to show your support for the channel. And if you want free money, consider opening a WeBull trading account using my referral link. Deposit $100 and get 2 free shares worth up to $2,000. For transparency, TWOH is not available on WeBull, but if you trade and you don't have a WeBull account, then we can both get free shares using my referral link, so I'd really appreciate that. How long have you known about this company? Have you invested and what price target do you have? Leave a comment down below. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. Two Hands Corporation is a food distribution company through its 3 on-demand food brands: Go-Kart City, Grocery Originals, and Core Food Services. Go-Kart City is an online grocery delivery marketplace that services the Greater Toronto area, delivering fresh and high-quality produce, meats, pantry items, bakery and pastry, gluten-free and organic items. Their line of high-quality products come from their long partnerships with local and international suppliers. Grocery Originals is their brick-and-mortar retail experience that was recently launched in Ontario, fully equipped with a deli, cold storage, and a stone pizza oven that offers a wide variety of fresh and specialty meals curated by corporate executive chef Grace DeFerde. Kuro Food is a food import and distribution brand that operates in a wide range of channels, including food service, retail chains, hotels and restaurants, and online direct-to-consumer sales. Core offerings include a range of Italian-themed oils, pasta, sauces, dry-packed goods to exclusive wines, coffees and desserts. The company got its name from several slogans such as, "We use two hands to prepare all things food to perfection," and "Two hands to drive, two hands to deliver." The company operates a pay-as-you-go business model of which averages $108 per sale. The global online grocery shopping market has been growing for the last few years, but it has been fairly slow and steady growth. Until 2020, between February and April 2020, food and beverage stores experienced a 107% increase in e-commerce sales in Canada. The pandemic has given good reasons for Canadian shoppers to switch to e-grocery, with about 65% of Canadian shoppers expressing concern about in-store food shopping during the pandemic. We can see from this graph the compound annual growth rate for online grocery shopping from 2018 up to 2025. You can see the huge jump and beyond that the steady growth that is expected over the coming years. But we could also see that there was expected growth from pre-COVID expectations. The fact is that this segment of the market has been growing for years. 2020 just accelerated the process, and although things will return to normality, the online grocery market will still have a much larger share of the market than it had pre-2020. This presentation estimates the total market size to be greater than $1 billion US. So looking at this milestone page of the company presentation, we can clearly see the level of growth over the past year from their soft launch of the website in Q2 2020, which had sales of less than $8,000. Q3 had sales of $54,000 and total sales for 2020 was $159,000. In Q1 of 2020 alone, the company beat the previous whole year sales revenue, growing sales by a massive 100% quarter over quarter. And we can also see here that the company completed financing and listing onto the Canadian Stock Exchange, meaning that Two Hands will be listed on both the CSE and the OTC pink sheets. It says here that TWOH has an insanely low market cap of only $4 million, but the share price has gone up since then and it is currently closer to $8 million. Two Hands released huge news early last week that instantly seen the share price rise. They announced that the company has reduced its current debt by 67.7%. Now the important word here is current. They have not fully paid this debt, nor have they had it forgiven. They have just extended its maturity so that it is not falling due within the next 12 months. They have been working with current debt holders to extend the maturity dates for debt valued at 1.1 million out to December 31st, 2025. So this is a really good sign. If you think about it, these debt holders were owed money within the next 12 months, and they have extended it out for the next 4 years. If they suspected that Two Hands would not be able to pay this in 4 years' time, then the debt holders would probably try to forgive a portion of the debt now in order to receive as much as they possibly could, as soon as possible. So this is a very clear sign that they have no worries that this company should be able to pay their full debt by the end of 2025. I see this as extremely positive news. And the company is making big progress this year and has now developed a strategy that is working. In August, Two Hands announced that it is continuing to expand its strategic to focus exclusively on the grocery market. This will help the company to align with partners that can help scale the business and continue to grow in the market. Two Hands has seen record revenue growth in a business that is scalable and offers a broad range of products, and they look forward to the return of schools and the continuation of feeding many university students with their exclusive grocery delivery programs. And just a few days after that announcement, they announced that it continues to expand its Go Meal Kits by Go-Kart City's corporate executive chef, Grace DeFede. Go Meal offers a wide variety of recipes. Customers can mix it up with feature categories such as barbecue, power bowls and salads, to name a few. Recipe selections range from 1 to 4 servings. The kits provide generous packaged portions with tips and suggestions on how to use the extra ingredients to get the most value out of your meal kit, which is a really great idea. With Go-Kart City, you can order your groceries and meal kits together in one convenient place delivered right to your door. I really like this idea. I think this is something that will work in most countries, whether there is a pandemic or not. So I feel quite confident about this company going forward. Something that is always important in this type of microcap company is having a management team and board that is able and experienced enough to grow the business in the manner that it needs to grow. Nadav Elaitov is the company president, CEO and director. He is also the president and founder of Imaginate, a developer of hand and body motion-based interactive digital technologies. He is the results-driven leader of innovative digital technology enterprise for over 20 years with a track record of building, developing and motivating high-performance teams, and is an expert in high-tech systems. He has built a solid career and has experience driving strategic initiatives and meeting critical business mandates. Then we have independent director Ryan Wilson, who has an extensive career in the digital field spanning more than 20 years with a track record that speaks for itself, including digital marketing, digital strategy, and digital transformation through innovation for financial services. Ryan has been involved in all aspects of digital development, currently focusing on technologies such as blockchain, NLP, AI, and machine learning. He has worked with many top Canadian brands, ranging from media conglomerates, banks, mutual funds, and one of the largest pension plans in the world to put them on the map digitally. Bradley Southam is another independent director. He too has more than 20 years of experience, where he has been the owner and creative director at Linus Creative Services. He previously served as the creative director at OTG Technologies Group for 5 years. The management team is led by corporate executive chef Grace DeFede. Grace brings over 18 years of hospitality and diverse culinary experience to Go-Kart City, as well as international experience, having worked in both the Netherlands and Italy. She will be curating specialty recipes and meals for the online grocery marketplace and Grocery Originals. DeFede was awarded the Chef de Cuisine certification sanctioned by the Canadian Culinary Federation, known as some of the highest achievements and honours for a Canadian chef. And a mention also here for Stephen Graff, who is the Chief Financial Officer. Again, he has over 20 years of experience and also had a prominent role at OTG. While at OTG, Mr. Graff was instrumental in its growth from revenue of only $91,000 in 2003 to over $30 million in 2006. That is a compound annual growth rate of nearly 600%, which is absolutely incredible. Now, I don't want to focus too much on the financials of this company. As we already know, this is a very early growth stage company. And as we've already seen, Q2 and Q3 of 2020 seen the launch of their website and mobile apps. Looking at the income statement for the 6 months ended June 30th, we can see that the company had sales of $364,000, which is more than a 4,000% increase over the same period of 2020, giving a gross profit of $38,000, or roughly a 10% margin. We can see the total operating expenses were quite high at $1.3 million, and there was also a large loss on the settlement of debt of $3.5 million, giving a total loss for the 6-month period of $4.8 million. Now this is quite a sizable loss considering the size of their revenue, but we need to take into account that they have been developing their mobile app and they have been developing their website as well as their business as a whole. And the largest cost of all here is the settlement of debt, which is the sort of expense that we're not going to see in every quarter. Looking at the balance sheet, we can see that they have total assets of $1.6 million, which is primarily made up of prepaid expenses of $1.4 million and cash of $120,000. While on the liability side, we have current liabilities of $584,000, long-term liabilities of $1.2 million, which gives us total liabilities of $1.8 million. So overall, they have slightly more liabilities than assets, but this has been greatly improved on the December 2020 figures, so they are going in the right direction. And as we know, since June 30th, they have also reduced the amount of these debts that were going to fall due within the next 12 months. When we look at the notes to the accounts, we can see that there is no going concern issue here. In the section on page 24, liquidity and capital resources, as of June 30th, we had cash of $119,000 and total liabilities of $1.8 million. We believe that our current cash balance is sufficient to fund our operations during the next 12 months. And as the company will not be required to outlay cash for advertising in the next year, as there is $1.1 million in advertising credits with Spax Inc. Looking at the two hands chart over the past year, we can see that on several times the price has spiked up and then dropped back down. And like every penny stock in February, this stock reached all-time highs and quickly dropped back down again. But I believe that at its current price of 0.0028, given the level of progress that the company has been making over the past year, and with the market cap being so low, I see this as a fantastic opportunity to get into this stock at the ground floor. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts, if you've watched all the way through, then hit that like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. And if you don't have a WeBull account, remember to sign up using my referral link so that we can both get free shares. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Follow me on Twitter and join the Facebook group. All links below. So what do I think? I think that Two Hands is a company that has a lot of potential. And they're showing this with the revenue increases where they are growing quarter over quarter at an exponential rate. I like this as a business model and I think that they will do very well. At the moment, the market cap is only about $6 or $7 million, which makes this a really tiny company. This might even be the smallest company that I've covered on the channel to date, and so getting in here now is getting in extremely early. The main risk here is just how much growth will this company have post-pandemic. They will need to have sizable growth quarter after quarter for quite some time, and it will be very interesting to see how this goes. Overall, I would rate this as a low risk, high reward play. There is far more upside potential here than downside risk at the current price. But most importantly, what do you think of Two Hands Corporation and what is your price target? Leave a comment down below. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Thanks for watching the video and I'll catch you in the next one.